So the Cowboys picked up Trayvon Mullen. For those who are out there that follow DBs, man, he was one of the best DBs coming out of that class in 2019. He was drafted by the Raiders, and the Raiders changed up their philosophy when they got rid of the coach, and they decided to trade him away to Arizona. Now, it was trade with conditions, meaning that if he played or been active for 10 games, they would have switched the 7th round draft pick and swap it for a 6. So the Cards end up letting him go. That's the story of another day. But if you follow Trayvon Mullen, he do have 4 INTs for his career, 29 pass breakups, and he only played in 45 games. So he's relatively still a young guy. And the reason why I love this pickup, because now he's going into a system. He's a long corner. He's 6'2", 200 pounds. And he's a 4'4" guy, and he's a guy that I truly believe that Dan Quinn and company, especially with Joe Witt Jr., Al Harris, and all of those boys, will utilize him. He got oily hips. He's great in range. Now, he's not the best of the best as it relates to some things, of course, within the confines of this scheme and system. I love the pickup, Cowboy Nation, and I truly believe that they're going to slowly move him into this system. And keep in mind, this is what the Cowboys do. Pay attention to this. When you think of Trayvon Mullen, the year he came out, there was only really one other DB that was better than him, Greedy Williams. Of course, we know of him. DeAndre Baker was up there, Byron Murphy. But when you look back at this thing and look at what Trayvon Mullen can do in this particular system, a cover 3 system, he's a long press corner. I truly believe that the Cowboys are going to work him in, slow the game down for him, utilize this system for him, and the Cowboys will come out on top with this pickup because of the coaching staff and because of the weapons that we got around him. Now we got 2 Trays, baby. Trayvon Diggs and Trayvon Mullen on the other side. It's going to get nasty. I get it. A lot of people going to try to take away from the kid and say, well, he's this and that. Just look at the film. Just look at the film, and also think of this. Yeah, the Raiders, if you look at the Raiders fans and what they said about Trayvon, they didn't want to let him go. They didn't. Now, he went over to Arizona. Now, this will be his 3rd team. I get it. Arizona losing. They're not having a great season. Why not? They don't have any strong holds to him, so they released the kid. Now he's going to be wearing the silver and blue, and that's going to be a good pickup for the Cowboys and how they utilize him. Now, is this a situation whereas Kelvin Joseph or Dayron Bland or Nashawn Wright should be worried about this, or any of our other DBs out there? No. This is another situation where iron sharpened iron, steel sharpened steel. And now you got a guy that's 6'2", 200 pounds, runs a 4.4 40, got oily hips, smooth in and out of his breaks right there. On in breaking routes, he can work on that. But now you're looking at a cover 3. He's a long corner press. You can put him in. To me personally, looking back at his film and everything, all the way dating back to Clemson, he can play zone or man. I do like his coverage ability. He's rarely beaten. So I like a sticky corner. I like what he brings to the table. And on top of that, with everything being said, he's still young. So the Cowboys is going to pick up a guy that they can insert in their particular system that they can utilize and use as another DB, more weapon, more arsenal. Player evaluation is 365. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. I always tell people this on these type of shows. It's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. Think about this. This would be a good situation for the boys to utilize this guy and slowly bring him in. Don't have to throw everything at him. He got 4 games to get ready for, right? And on top of that, Cowboy Nation, I think that he will be ready by playoff time for your mind. Post me your thoughts. Post me your concerns down below. Yes, he bounced from the Raiders to the Cards, now to the Cowboys. Well, I see all good things out of this. Let me know of your thoughts. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys.